YouTube, what's going on, man? Another motivational Monday, I suppose. Look, I'm just gonna get right into it. When I was thinking of topics for this upcoming Monday, as in today, the day that I'm recording this and putting this video out right now, super late at night. I did. For those of you that know and have seen my other videos, this is also information for people that don't know. I am currently in the process of getting my certified personal training certification from ACE. So I'm going through the textbook and things like that, and one of the topics that is coming up right now is talking about, lapses when it comes to clients and how, regressions into unhealthy behaviors and whatnot. Those are going to happen. They are a definite thing that is going to happen. They're not, they're basically, I don't want to say unavoidable, but that's kind of what they are. They're unavoidable, right? So, lapses, right? What does a lapse mean? Or a regression into an unhealthy behavior. The biggest summarization that I can have for something like that, as close to a definition as I can get it, is basically just a setback, right? Basically just a setback. First I'll start this being geared towards personal training and things like that, and then I'll you can go broad with it as well. So starting off with like personal training part of it, like these lapses, right? So when it considers like a lapse or a regression into unhealthy behavior, it's coming from a place of like where you start with unhealthy behavior and then you move towards a healthy behavior, and no matter where you're at in the stages, right? Whether you just adopted a healthier behavior or you you've been healthy and you've been eating healthy and whatever for freaking 9 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? It's basically saying that it is inevitable that eventually at some point you're going to readopt or regress to the unhealthy behaviors. Whether how long it's for, that's completely dependent on the situation, right? You could just be like, it could just be a week where you're just like, man, I gave up on cooking. I ate out every single day. I missed the gym every single day, whatever, or it could be a month, 2 months. It can just continue, right? Those are undoubtedly going to happen, maybe not every, maybe someone has a super duper strong will, but they're not in a place where they need to worry about those setbacks. Whatever, good for them, right? But for most of the population, those setbacks are going to happen. And that's just when it comes to like fitness. So that's like, you just been eating healthy for a super long time. You haven't been eating out. You've been cooking. All your meals have been macroed out. You're hitting all your protein goals, whatever it is. And then one week you're just like, dude, I just dropped the ball, man. I haven't had protein. I've barely had any protein. I haven't been going to the gym, and I haven't been counting my calories, and I just put on a little bit of weight, whatever. Like, honestly, that happens. That is going to happen. It's almost unavoidable. And right now, what the literature, right? What I am being taught in the textbook right now is that how you deal with those is a huge portion of that. You don't just say, "Oh, screw it, man. This week was bad. I might as well not hop back on the boat." You know what I'm saying? There has to be some resistance to it, right? Like, it's going to happen. Okay, now what are you going to do about it, right? And that's just like this overarching setback thing. Okay, this video is not just about how lapses and setbacks and regressing into unhealthy behavior goes into fitness and health, right? That's not what the video is literally about. The umbrella of literally anything that you want to do, right? Any goal that you're aiming towards, there is going to be setbacks. Let's say you own a company, right? And you want to make your first million, okay? And you're on your way. You've got clients coming in the door, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're on your way, and then randomly, one of your clients, they decide to drop you. They just try to drop you, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, dang, that was one of our biggest clients, man. Shoot, what are we going to do now? Obviously, I don't know a crap ton about business, but, I don't think the correct response is, well, I guess we should just close our doors, man. We're never making that million, right? I don't think that's the correct response. I think the correct response is, okay, well, we either have to fill that hole with another big client or get multiple clients to fill that hole. Whatever it may be, that hole has to be filled. You have a goal to obtain. Just because you might not hit that goal in that initial time frame that you wanted to hit it in, you had a setback that pushed that goal a little bit. That doesn't mean that you have to give up on that goal. That just means that's another obstacle that you have to overcome. Right? Everyone, getting to the top of the mountain is an adventure of itself, right? Staying there is another adventure. But it's not just about being on top. You can't just be like, I imagine myself on top. You know what I'm saying? That's because when you do that, it's kind of like a weak basis, You need to fall in love with the process of it as well. The grind of it, I guess you could say. And I'm not saying like you have to romanticize grinding out, hours and hours of work to make that money. There's nothing romantic. There's nothing uplifting about, yeah, man, shit, you worked 55 hours last week. I worked 60. There's nothing romantic about that. You know what I'm saying? But loving the process of like, yeah, this challenge right here that I'm tackling right here, this challenge right here, man, it's going to look like such a small hill to climb when I get to the top, when I eventually get up here, this little bump, this little setback that I had right here, that's just going to make it better. You know what I'm saying? That's just going to make you better. Because what if you get to the top, then that setback happens and you're just like, and you have no idea how to deal with it. You're like, what, bro, what? Every setback is an opportunity to overcome something. Now, maybe you don't overcome it immediately. Maybe it takes a little bit of time to overcome it. But once you get right in that mindset, you can finally overcome it. It makes it even. It's another chance to gather information, essentially, depending on what your setback is, right? So let's say, if you want to go out to eat, right? You want to go out to eat, and you just saw this really good item on the menu. Then you saw this other one. Then you saw this other one. You're like, yeah, usually I get that grilled chicken, but you know what? I'm gonna get that piece of lemon pie today. Lemon pie. Matter of fact, bring the drinks round. You know what I'm saying? Make it a double, right? And then you're like, grilled chicken just ain't sounding good today. Give me the greasiest Philly cheesesteak that I can get my hands on. You know what I'm saying? And then, you're just like, after the fact, you're like, dang, man, that's actually a huge setback because I was doing so good, For like 2 weeks, I was doing so good, and then this just happened. What am I supposed to do now? Am I supposed to just keep on going down the hill? No. No, you're like, dang, man, I ate 3,000 calories over what I was supposed to eat today. Might as well eat 3,000 over the calorie count tomorrow, right? You just learned that sometimes you don't have the self-control you thought you did. So maybe in the next situation, you either have the discipline to go, you know what? Last time I didn't get the grilled chicken like I was supposed to. This time, though, I'm going to get it, right? Maybe you got that self-control this time, right? Or the next time, you're just like, you know what? I probably shouldn't eat there. There's too much going on. Maybe I should just make my own meal, right? Something else you could do. That's all I'm saying, right? And like I said, this goes for literally everything. Every challenge that you face in your life, depending on whatever your goal is a new chance to gain information about how to tackle another obstacle and then move forward. It's not an excuse to quit. Using it as an excuse to quit is a waste of your time. What were you doing? What was all of it worth then? What was it all for? You just spent the last 6 months losing weight. You spent the last 6 months, you lost, let's say you lost 50 pounds, right? Large amount of weight. That's a lot of weight right there. Now, let's say, oh shit, the 7th month, I put 10 of it back on. Fuck. You know what? I guess I might as well put 50 more on. We'll go in the red by 10, man. We'll lose 50, gain 60. No, because what was that 6 months worth, man? What was that 6 months that you just spent getting your health back, getting your life back? If you're just going to throw it away the next month because you had one bad month, you had one bad month where you put some weight back on because maybe you didn't follow the meal plan, you didn't work out as much, whatever it was. What was the last 6 months for? If the month after that you just throw it away, you're just like, well, I give up, man. I give up. My 10-pound setback. Shit. Let's say you gained 45 pounds of the 50 that you lost back. Are you gonna go, well, it just fuck it, man. I'll just give up. No. Just because you had a lapse, a setback, doesn't mean you should just give up and just throw in all your hard work. That's not what it is, man. Setbacks are going to happen. They are inevitable. And once you get comfortable with understanding that, and you stop shaming yourself for a setback that maybe you created, or you stop blaming yourself for a setback that happened with your company where you lost a client, and you start to overcome that and analyze that and think, okay, this is where it went wrong. This is what happened, Okay, this is what I'll do next time. This is what I'll do moving forward. Once you get comfortable with that, dude, you're going to be unstoppable, man. Now, maybe you keep getting hammered with setbacks, but if you want something bad enough, those setbacks just become obstacles that you have to overcome. That's all it comes down to, man. Everything becomes an obstacle that you have to overcome. And once you get comfortable with the fact that, it ain't always going to be up, it's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, like once you understand that there is turns, curves, ups, downs, valleys, and hills, then you will be able to overcome those valleys that you dip into, It's all a mindset, really. It's all a mindset, really. So, again, this is something I think about myself every day. Every day, essentially. Every day. So, it's not always on some grandiose scale of like where I want to be in life. Sometimes it's like I'm at work and I'm like, bro, I fucked this. I fucked this one thing up, right? Like I don't know. Like I broke some milk at work, spilled a bunch of milk. It's like, man, I just want to go home, bro. I don't need the money that bad, or I don't need to pay no bills. No, that's not what it is, man. I got work to do, and I gotta clean up the mess that I made. I understand what I did, and I probably will do it again. But at least next time, I'll know how to handle it better. So, that's pretty much it. This video is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Shoot, I thought it was going to be like a 5-6 minute video. I say that every time I do a talking video. Sometimes I like to yap. So, as you guys can see, I'm tired. It is 10:50 at night. So, it's bedtime pretty soon here. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this recording up. And I got a push day coming in tomorrow. So, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. So, I appreciate y'all for watching. And hope to see y'all next time.